Golf in Texas is being represented well.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
I'm incredibly saddened to share with you today that the search for Noel Rodriguez Alvarez is now officially a death investigation.
Tragic update in the case of a missing child. The boy was last seen in late November of 2022. His state was described as unhealthy and malnourished.
Investigators learned that near this timeline, Cindy even asked an acquaintance of hers if she could borrow her son for a doctor's appointment so that she could keep the benefits, stating that Noel had COVID.
There were rumors of the boy's mother having sold him, but Everman PD says that they have found no evidence to support that theory. Investigators have found that the boy's mother was abusive towards the boy and withheld food and water for him because Cindy did not like changing Noel's dirty diapers.
Investigators learned through interviews that leading up to the birth of the twins, Cindy had made several statements about Noel, referring to him as evil, possessed, or having a demon in him. Cindy believed that Noel was going to harm the newborn twins.
The boy's parents have been charged with felony abandoning or endangering a child, and federal investigators can now work to locate and extradite the boy's parents. We will keep you updated as more information becomes available.
And good evening. Thank you for joining us on ntTV Nightly News. I'm Gabby Carden.
And I'm Kyle Orr. Tonight, a North Texas student is lucky to be alive thanks to quick action by school staff and the new FDA-approved drug, Narcan. At about 11:20 a.m. Wednesday morning, a 13-year-old student became unresponsive due to an opioid overdose. School staff at a Carrollton Middle School had the life-saving medication Narcan available and administered several doses of it to the child. The student was then rushed to a local hospital and is now reported in stable condition.
Students at a North Carolina college are feeling relieved after police prevented what could have been an extremely violent situation. Brandon Bentley, a 27-year-old man, was recklessly driving when police pulled him over. After inspecting the vehicle, they found many items, including handguns, shotguns, a sword, a dozen knives, there's more, a crossbow, more than 500 rounds of ammunition, a blow dart, brass knuckles, a chicken foot, and holy water in his car. Bentley was immediately arrested and is being criminally charged for the possession of these multiple weapons. And a different issue tonight in Texas, concealed carry on college campuses. A ruling from a Fort Worth federal judge last year could change the state's concealed carry law. The judge ruled that a previous state law prohibiting concealed carry for 18 to 20-year-olds was unconstitutional back in fall of 2022. This year, that ruling has made its way to the Texas Department of Public Safety. However, it hasn't become law yet. A potential change starting off 2023 that would allow 18 to 20-year-olds to conceal carry on college campuses in the state of Texas. The ruling does not have an immediate effect on law. However, the Texas Department of Public Safety has chosen to recognize it.
But now with 18 to 20-year-olds, you have folks out there who want to be able to carry for self-defense on campus.
However, it isn't legally official. A phone conversation with UNT Police Department's Captain Polk reiterated that the law has not yet changed. It isn't until the Texas legislature meets and decides on changes or additions of a law that it will actually begin to affect university policy and other rules within state entities. This is his professional opinion, as he is very involved in legal portions of gun handling for UNT, but does not speak for the university. Gun instructor and military veteran Kenneth Carden explained that the state-mandated courses for concealed carry might have changes in light of the ruling.
So every time there's a change in law, then we have to go look at what changes have been made so we can figure out how we need to change the course. The Department of Public Safety sends us upgraded materials, and we teach to the law that is currently in effect.
Texas DPS has a page that goes into all the steps needed in order to eventually carry. Captain Polk also mentions that university policy is not expected to be updated or changed until the state legislature is done meeting closer to August or September of this year. They will stick with their current policy for now, which cites the most recent state law from 2021, keeping the age requirement at 21 years or older. The same is expected for other college campuses.
The rules on college campus for both the students and, say, parents or people visiting vary from campus to campus to building to building. So anyone, students, parents, visitors, you have to read up not just on Texas law, but on the specific laws of the campus you may be visiting, or else you're going to find yourself in a lot of trouble.
There are still some unanswered questions as to what comes of this ruling if it potentially becomes law. How would this impact students aged 18 to 20 living in college dorms who also want to conceal carry? And what would the new law do to impact concealed carry curriculum that would account for the younger age group and their brain development? We'll continue to follow this story later this year as the state legislature wraps up their session.
Now, Gabby, I feel like I say this every Thursday, but the weather just keeps going back and forth.
And I don't want to sound repetitive, y'all, but Monday hits and it's super warm. And by the time we get to Wednesday, it's back to the 50s. But let's check in with Kayla Bumpus for more on our current conditions. Kayla?
That's right. I have barely been able to keep up with this weather. Let's take a look. Right now it is 60 degrees Fahrenheit, feeling a little bit chillier at 58, cloudy skies, which we will see throughout the week, and wind speeds are going to reach 14 miles per hour. Later tonight, wind speeds are going to slow down to 7 miles per hour, and it's going to be a little chillier at 53 degrees, feeling much chillier at 51. Now tomorrow, it's going to be 53 degrees, feeling at 49, and wind speeds will pick back up to 13 miles per hour, and we are going to continue to see some clouds. So go ahead and stay tuned for the full weather. Back to you at the desk.
Hopefully Texas decides what season we're in so we don't have to keep changing from short sleeves to full-on winter coats.
Me too, especially because springtime means sports. We have our sports reporter Spencer Grant on the scene with more. Spencer?
Kyle and Gabby, you are right. Golf is not only a great sport, but also one that now has a huge economic impact here in Texas. Particularly, the state of Texas is seen as a hub for the sport, especially with the new PGA headquarters opening up in Frisco last year. As a partner with UNT, the facility was built as an educational arm for the PGA. It is expected to have an economic impact of more than $2.5 billion in North Texas over the next few decades. The facility's expected success is due to North Texas having such a strong history of the sport, with past icons as well as current golf superstars making their impact known. I'll have more on golf's Texas connection and the start of the Masters later on in the show, but for now, back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you, Spencer. Now, if you're a golf pro, you probably don't have to worry, but for most of us, there's a new problem we have to consider: our jobs being replaced by artificial intelligence. Find out what jobs are most at risk of being replaceable by AI after the break.
And it's drag show night at UNT. We'll look more into the event later tonight. Stay with us.
Can I see your voter registration, please? All right, you're good. No registration, no entry. All right. Let me see your voter registration card, please.
I'm not registered to vote.
No registration, no entry.
Dude, my friends are already in there.
No registration, no entry.
What the?
Join the club. Register to vote today.
I'm here to rescue you.
Oh, my prince.
No so fast.
This story's going to be awesome.
Has the weight of stress and anxiety ever felt too heavy to overcome? Wish there was a safe place to confide in? Wish granted. At UNT, we offer counseling and testing services to students located on the 3rd floor of Chestnut Hall. UNT, we're here for you.
A startling new report from Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas has accepted several luxury trips from Dallas Republican megadonor Harlan Crow. A bombshell report from ProPublica claims Justice Thomas and his wife received all expense-paid trips to various locations, including New Zealand, Indonesia, and California. Some of these trips reportedly included personal trips on Crow's superyacht and private jet. The law requires elected officials to report gifts and income each year. Thomas only reported one such trip back in 1997. Neither Harlan Crow nor the Supreme Court has responded to this report.
This week, executive coaching firm Challenger predicts that AI will replace 4.8 million jobs in the U.S. After being asked what jobs the AI would be able to replace, ChatGPT responded with a list of positions that it would be capable of working, which mostly consisted of jobs that are repetitive, predictable, or require language translation. This includes customer service representatives, translators, interpreters, technical writers, copywriters, and data entry clerks. Thankfully, news reporter was not one of the jobs that made the list.
Now, whether it's spring break, the start of wedding season, or summer vacation, travel is on the rise. AAA reports that flight bookings have increased by over 200% when compared to last year's records. Airline hotspots include Rome, Paris, and Dublin. However, London in particular has seen a 300% increase compared to 2022's numbers. Hotels have also increased business, with their reported bookings up 300% across the world. Unfortunately, this increased demand for flight means increased airfares. However, travelers seem not to mind when going abroad.
If you're out and about on the Denton Square and you're looking for somewhere to embrace and expand your artistic creativity while enjoying a variety of delicious cocktails, then you owe it to yourself to check out this brand new establishment. Bramblitt's Yellow Dog Art Bar and Gallery is one of Denton's newest hotspots that provides its guests with a unique bar-going experience blended with the ambiance of an eye-popping art gallery.
I've been a professional artist for like 15 years. I went to UNT and I love this town. It's a fun, funky town. But I always knew if I wanted to open a gallery, it was going to be back in my hometown here in Denton. And so we wanted a place that really celebrates Denton. You know, has a place where you can actually hang out with the art and have a drink. And I can't tell you how excited I am. This is just so cool.
Guests of all ages can explore the full extent of their artistic capabilities by purchasing their own canvases and many unique coloring books. The specialty drinks offered at Yellow Dog are just as creative and unique as all of its art.
The specialty drinks that we have here, and those are one of each liquor. I tried to keep a good variety with that. One of our most popular ones is the old fashioned, the maple old fashioned. I added a maple syrup to it instead of a simple syrup, and then kept the orange in it, but it's a dried orange. We also have a lot of mocktails. We have so much going on here, and so much we're looking to build on.
So the next time you're on the square and you're looking to have a drink and embrace your inner artist, Yellow Dog will feature its grand opening on April 15th.
Now, Kyle, it looks like a great spot to go hang out and chill, but I just want to hang out with the dog. She looks so cute.
She's a good girl. And the dog's name is Eagle, since Mr. Bramblitt is a UNT alumni. It's his CNI dog, actually. So she's a sweetheart, super friendly, and never leaves her master's side.
That's amazing. And, you know, something most dog lovers and owners can relate to is checking the temperature before you let your little furry friend out, because I'm always worried when it gets hot, the pavement's going to burn my dog's little toes.
I don't want to get burned either. I'm still recovering from a pretty bad sunburn I got on Monday. So let's go back to Kayla for more on what we should be on the lookout for this week. Kayla?
Luckily, we won't have to worry about our little furry friend's paws. because we are seeing some cooler temperatures right now. Let's take a look. In Denton, it is 60 degrees right now, so a little bit warmer than we've been seeing. Over in Sulphur Springs, it is 54 degrees, so a little bit chillier. And in Stephenville, it is 61. Across the state, we're seeing a little bit more variety. Over in Austin, it is 49, so much chillier than we've been having. In El Paso, it is a nice 71, and in Amarillo, it is 62. Let's take a look at this week's forecast. Starting off a little bit chillier, a high of 65 and a low of 49 tomorrow. We are going to continue to see some of those clouds. Saturday, we are going to get some sun, a high of 72 and a low of 49. Sunday, those clouds are going to come back and stick with us until Monday, a high of 72 and a low of 52, and Monday, a high of 73 and a low of 52. Tuesday, we are going to get the sun back, and it's going to be here to stay for the rest of the week with a high of 73 and a low of 50. Wednesday having a high of 76, a low of 54, and ending the week with a high of 80 and a low of 59. That's all I have for now. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Kayla. Well, if you want to stay indoors tonight, maybe you can stop by the UNT Drag Show. ntTV reporter Macy Terry is live at the Union getting all the latest details on the event. Macy?
That's right, guys. I'm here at UNT's annual drag show. Special guest host from RuPaul's Drag Race, Silky Nutmeg Ganache, is set to hit the stage, along with several other student drag queen performers. The show is put on by the UNT Pride Alliance, a gender and sexuality organization here on campus dedicated to making sure all students feel safe and welcome. Sadly, the show is sold out, but you can still join us at the Lyceum to watch. That's all I have. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Macy. Short cans, tall cans. Is there a difference? Find out how marketing specialists are developing new strategies.
And want to find out how to save money this April? Stay tuned with us after the break.
The new survey shows added sugars have been found to be associated with higher risks of at least 45 different illnesses. Some include cancer, asthma, and depression. This analysis included more than 8,000 different in-depth studies. This could be part of the reason drink companies are trying to convince consumers that they're getting more, even when they really aren't. Our reporter Austin Hedgecott takes a look at a shift in design that could change the way you buy without you even realizing it. Austin?
That's right, Kyle. Take a look at these two cans in my hands. Do you think there's any difference between them?
I mean, other than being different drinks, one looks taller than the other?
Bingo. And analysts are now saying that's all a can needs to pop. In reality, there's no difference between these cans. They're the exact same size. So if these were both Red Bull or both Dr. Peppers, they'd be exactly the same. But studies show that people are more likely to buy cans that look like this simply because it's taller and skinnier. Armed with this knowledge, many major drink companies are switching things up and using slimmer cans. Coca-Cola, Topo Chico, Starbucks, and Sunny D have all recently released a variety of drinks in skinny cans. The traditional short round can was created so that companies could fit more advertising space on their drinks, but slim cans aren't without benefit. While they may have the same amount of liquid as their lanky partners, more skinny cans can fit on store shelves, in moving trucks, and in warehouses, saving companies time, space, and most importantly, money. So no matter what size you choose, aluminum cans are better for the environment than plastic bottles. So next time you go to the store, maybe take a closer look at what you're putting in your cart. They're even making water in cans now. And speaking of shopping, if you're looking to find some new savings deals, whether that's on cans or something else, our segment anchor Deja Jackson knows just the spot. Deja?
Thanks, Austin. While everyone values their money and in watching a huge sum of it leave your bank account after you buy something you want or something you need always makes you just a little sad. However, if you're looking for a few ways to still buy some goodies but save some money at the same time, then CNN's Marable Amber has a few tips for you.
It's April, and it's time to look for deals on everything from cookware to gardening gear and spring apparel. Deal News has a roundup of where to find the savings this month, and it says, with wedding and graduation season approaching, watch for markdowns on cookware. Last year, Amazon and Bed Bath & Beyond were among the retailers offering big savings. And last April, there were hundreds of deals on gardening gear, everything from seeds to mulch and soil. Check Home Depot, Ace Hardware, Northern Tool, and eBay for specials. Home improvement supplies also tend to be marked down in April. Deal News cites Amazon and Blinds.com as sites where you could find savings. There were even contractor deals with as much as 60% off available at Groupon last April. And look for spring apparel to be reduced as well in April, but you may need to check a retailer's general sales to find the reduced prices on clothing. Puma had a huge spring sale last year with as much as 70% off many items. And J. Crew also knocked an extra 70% off some clearance products. For more on where to find April savings and deals, check out the full story at dealnews.com.
For more on where to find April savings and deals, check out the full story at dealsnews.com. That's all I have for you. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Deja. I just wish there were more savings that applied to getting good seats in an Astros game.
Maybe not the Astros, maybe the Rangers. But yeah, getting tickets regardless, even during opening weekend for the MLB, were pretty pricey. And I wish we had some sort of markdown. But besides prices of going to any sporting event, you also have to focus on the players giving it their all.
Our sports anchor Spencer Grant is out at Bruzzies, UNT's golf facility, with more on sports news you'll want to stick around for. Spencer?
That's right, y'all. Plenty of exciting news in the world of golf coming your way. But first, watch this drive.
Can I see your voter registration, please? All right, you're good. No registration, no entry. All right. Let me see your voter registration card, please.
I'm not registered to vote.
No registration, no entry.
Dude, my friends are already in there.
No registration, no entry.
What the?
Join the club. Register to vote today.
The state of Texas boasts 9 players among the 88-player field. Former two-time champion Ben Crenshaw used the word hardscrabble to describe Texas golfers, saying, "It's how we dealt with adversity and how our games were stronger as a result." Notable Texans include defending champion Scottie Scheffler and 2015 winner Jordan Spieth. The Masters is known for hosting the sport's top competition, but including top players from the newer LIV Tour has not been without some controversy. While there have been some grumblings from longtime PGA stars like Fred Couples about the two tours joining for majors, the consensus among players seems to be that if a player is qualified to play, then they should play, regardless of tour. With how exclusive the sport of golf can be, you may be surprised to hear that watching the Masters is as easy as ever, with ESPN and CBS sharing coverage. No TV? No problem. Live streaming simulcasts will be shown on the Masters website and in the Masters app, so be sure to tune in. And lastly, when you have more money than you know what to do with, you're bound to make some crazy purchases. This was certainly the case with Reggie Bullock of the Mavericks, who just bought an island in Belize for $2 million. Bullock named the island after himself and plans to build a 4,000 square foot home plus 8 villas he plans to rent out to guests. Now, I guess that's probably what I would do if I had that much money, but I guess we'll have to wait a few years to figure out and see. That's all for sports. Back to y'all at the desk.
And sir, now you know, Kyle, Easter weekend's coming up, but no matter how hard I try, when I try to decorate Easter eggs, they just keep cracking, and eggs are expensive now, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
They do, but worry not, Gabby. I have an advanced solution to your troubles. Potatoes. That's right. The Marketing and Promotions Board of Potatoes USA is pushing the idea of painting potatoes this year instead of highly priced eggs. They say potatoes are easily paintable and less likely for people to break.
I can't even think of a way to break a potato per se, like maybe if you mash it. But
yeah, plus you can hide them underground.
Oh, okay. Just making it harder for the kids, I guess. But thank you for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Join us again next week here on North Texas Television.